Good. I'll be watching.
Good work,
I'm just
Goober.
gonna look at the lighting stage first, but yeah.
What do you say, Ryan?
I said good work, Goober.
Thank you.
Fucking hell, you were just like, what the fuck are you say?
Yeah, we were down
No
2k
fuck.
most of lane, and then the big turning point is between 9 and 10 minutes. We go down 7k.
I think that's just because they like clean up the towers.
That's when they started roaming, I think. That's around when I died to Lash with the 4-man rotate.
Yeah.
So that's
The
when it just
worst
like
that
snowballed it.
was like a 4k differential at 8:30. At 9, we have 5k. Then at 10,
I'm
7k.
definitely
my
whiffing a
my
bit in
game
lane,
shouldn't echo
which is
anymore.
sad.
Let me know if
I
it's
had some
good though.
unlucky
Let me know if
moments
it's good.
too, where like a puddle punch meant for Deathy displaced me on accident, maybe missed my last one, a Viscous Underwalker. I don't remember that Deathy, that shit was just tragic.
Hey, GG.
Oh,
I don't
also,
remember
yeah, at some point tomorrow, we will try, me and Jeffy will try and do those like little meeting things as well, based on
nice.
people's scores from that thing. But it depends on your availability. Your best bet is to talk to Defy and just say, yeah, I've got like 15 minutes before.
We'll figure it out.
And then Defy, like, I don't really give a fuck if you do it on stream, honestly. Depends on the people, but like,
I could probably just
you
do it
guys
before
find
or
time.
after stream. It's not a big deal.
I'd rather
Yeah.
do it off personally.
Yeah, I mean, same. I don't want to do it on stream.
Yeah, that's fine.
But like that kind of
Then-
personal shit is not
Then
something I
organize
need.
it so you can do it
Yeah.
before Defy turns on his stream, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
or
he's
after.
Played a couple
doesn't
of
matter.
games, yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Whoops. You guys should have
That is a little awkward for me, but I'll try.
Alright, we can figure it out.
During weekend, yeah.
Yeah, you go weekend.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Even if it's just over messages to just be like, yep, this is the areas to work on.
Take them apart.
Yeah, yeah.
If I'm playing Pocket and Yamato so much, just like to never play either of them. Like, am I tripping? Or... I feel like I'm
I
wasting a
mean,
lot
we're
of my
practicing
time.
certain things, but you're not wasting time expanding your
Yeah.
hero pool.
I think Yamato, like, I played a couple times at least. But I think Pocket... When's there... Like, there's very rarely a time I'm playing that hero, I think. I don't know.
I mean, I have
Yeah,
hundreds of
just,
games on heroes that I never scrim. You know, it's just like sometimes
Yeah.
you're not going to get it picked because of either the meta or because of the way that we're drafting in a certain week. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You gotta think long term. I think, I mean, that's
Yeah.
a discussion
That's
that we
something I'm
can have.
awful at,
if
I
we
won't even lie. That's
I mean,
just like
that's a very ADHD
yeah.
thing. Like, it's the same with me.
Executive
I
functioning issue.
I crave novelty.
Yeah.
I will play, like, I really want to grind Warden, and then I'll get fucking demolished by Lash, and I'm like, oh, I really want to play Lash, and then it's just a second repeat.
Yeah.
But it's just shit like that. Like, you've got to find not different novel things to keep you interested. You've got to find novel systems and ideas to keep you interested in one thing.
Yeah. I don't mind playing them like at all. I like the characters. I just feel like it doesn't feel like I'm playing them at all.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I started doing the PowerPoints, because it kept me like locked in doing coach stuff. Now, the novelty's kind of worn off. I'll still do them, but I want to feel like when I do them, I do them in a different way.
Also,
It's
I
always a
am
simple
pretty
shit.
sure I confirmed recently that I can use a school account for Cahoots.
Let's fucking go. That's the best news
Oh,
I've
shit.
had all week.
So
Cahoots, let's go.
I will.
It's so
I'm
funny.
not 100% sure, but there's something about my teacher asking our class to make Cahoots. We haven't done it yet, but if she's asking us to do that shit, there's like 92% chance that we can. So
Not a wait. People up on it with that girl.
For real.
What the
we could do like a
fuck
whole
are you
stream
looking
Kahoot,
at?
and whoever wins gets like fucking.
What am I
VIP
looking
or
at?
something. I think I'd be
No, what's
heat.
Gucci doing?
Bro,
Is this Minion Surfer?
it's called Minion Rush. Wait, can I unmute now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been
Yeah.
unmuted for a
I'm
little
gonna
bit.
pop
Alright,
I'm gonna pop
we're
Holiday
unmuted.
though. I want to practice all day more. I feel like I've gotten rusty on the mechanics. I feel bad playing her in pubs because she's just fucking disgusting.
How many characters would people say that a player should have under their belt, ready to go, major ready?
I mean, at
Five,
least
at
5.
least.
Yeah, 5.
You would just write down the 5 heroes though. Right now. What springs to mind?
Right now?
Gun,
Okay.
gun,
If
gun
my
to your
heroes
head and
wanna
then go in.
practice? Okay,
Gun to your
so-
head, you have 5 heroes that you need to play at a major. What are you playing? It's like a fearless best of 5. If you play it, you can't
How
play
does
it
this
again.
Five and
hit
they
me,
cancel
bro?
the ST.
How does this hit me,
have
bro?
to have a pocket
I'm
pick.
here.
Wait, so
What?
5 characters I can
literally
play
pocket.
best now, or 5 characters I want to learn to play best?
I'm behind this thing.
Right now.
All good though.
Okay.
If you had to play in the fucking Deadlock TI tomorrow, what's your 5 heroes?
Yeah, I want to see from a
on
third-person
display for
perspective.
Your graphic.
Okay. So here
I'm good to see
Huh?
You know,
It's because
I
he
haven't stopped
angled it a
picking
little
this up a
bit
lot.
here
I'm
that
going
it
to
ended up
restart my
hitting me.
stream to end delay.
That
I
was
think
actually
my
crazy.
I think my B
Yeah, I
battle
already
I don't
did
play
that.
right now is pretty disgusting. I'd be willing to play that still. So I think Viscous.
put it in team chat.
That was like literally
Okay.
the worst healing red of all time, by the way. Like, I don't know why we did that.
Because I'll get Epichick to literally just count how many screams you
What
have
are we
plus
using
5 characters this
Kutu on?
week.
B I have like 1. Just because I don't play the hero anymore on this map. It's like my current most comfortable heroes. Actually, I'm gonna do it in order.
No, whatever. This doesn't matter.
I'll fuck with this move speed Calico.
We haven't been in the finals for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 weeks. We've played like 3 late night.
I mean, this should just never, ever
I also saw
happen.
that fight night
This should
against the
never
Marvel Rivals.
happen, no?
They're tomorrow.
Yeah, I saw
Like,
that
there's
too. I
no
was
way
like,
this should be
eh?
allowed.
Sick.
Yeah, why are we
I'm actually
rushing
super stoked
Lash?
for them. Like, just setting up your own TL thing. But I keep getting ghosted for casting, so you know. Also, I'll see Jason Kaplan at LAN.
Damn.
The worst part is we're doing casting. You just have to be like, there's no other way around it. You just have to be an annoying cunt to just get work. I swear. Like it really is just. If you're out of sight, you're out of mind constantly. So you just have to turn into one of those fucking marketing Twitter channels. How I grew my audience to 400k in 6 steps. 1 out of 426. Miserable.
Alright, I posted in team chat.
Time to make some friends.
Whoa.
I'm not gonna lie.
Do you think those two goddamn Smith books could be used more? I think people use Misfire without thinking of those. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Agency, which is what I was used to. So just playing it with that again, this is something I'm more comfortable with. So if I
Yeah,
run that, I
that's
probably
fine.
won't struggle.
HMC is just generally.
Alright, we got the
chill on its
draft.
own.
I'm actually gonna definitely probably watch.
It's just not what's it called. I just didn't run it because I didn't think it was.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely real quick. Alright, guys, we're watching. This is the final? Yes, it is. Sorry.
On
Yeah,
the
should be able to hear
I
now.
feel like he was very present around the map where he was needed. He had a couple of times he saved Ido in like 1-on-4s. My question is though, why is there a port wine flavored aeroplane jelly?
Because my country folk.
Why do you have a wine flavored jelly?
They say the Australians like to have a bevy now and again.
we do. We crack a tinny with alarming regularity, as they say.
I'm trying to think.
One question I see is
Maybe Cruz first pick Lash, okay.
Flavored jelly, or is it okay for kids?
Yeah.
I know this is more of a denial pick.
Yeah, I've got it. It's
great. It's great.
Aussie kids are built a little
Honestly,
different, all right. I don't you wonder why everything's upside down because we can't tell the difference out there. Right for the other
Little
side, bro.
Johnny doesn't want strawberry anymore. He only eats.
Are you
port
sick?
wine
I'm not sick. No,
flavored
I'm
jelly.
good. I'm good. I'm chilling.
I got nothing. I enjoyed my port wine airplane jelly as a kid, but you know, I didn't know what the FASD statistics are in our country. We're gonna move right along.
And here we have in the U.S., you know, them putting warning labels: don't drink pod flavor or pod laundry detergents. Like, come on.
Guys, like one thing I got to look at in this draft. You think about, look at this draft. This is validating, honestly, the big and brolic draft from last game. Like we're seeing essentially their draft from last game being split between the two teams. Both teams prowling basically the same heroes so far at a really high level.
One thing I'm looking at when seeing this though is that we've heard melee creeps say,
Jason can complain about someone else
scrim
first
big
picking
and
Lash.
brolics,
True.
like, warm up before events. Like these two teams have actively scrimmed against each other, whereas other teams refuse to play against big and brolic. Melee creeps know them inside and out. So I feel like the draft we're seeing is kind of tailored specifically towards them and isn't necessarily a normal draft. However, when one of these teams wins, you know, feel free to come into the interview and ask them that question.
Curious what goes next. 7. I mean, pretty standard high prio, I think, on the new map with the farm speed. Curious that,
When does it start? Right about now. I mean, they're drafting right now. Sorry, guys. I'm not very vocal right now because I'm just thinking about the loss and thinking about what I can improve. I think, as reflection, I played the mid lane fairly bad. I made 1 or 2 mistakes where I tanked 1 or 2 slams. I definitely shouldn't have. We definitely need to not give them wave prio as much as we did. If the lane is pushing into us, we need to deal with that because the lane pushing into us makes the slam much scarier. Makes the slam much scarier. They could also freeze on their side, and that would also be scary, so you need to be careful about either of those things. But we gave them a little bit too much wave prio. Did I fix the audio? It should be fixed, yeah?
This is a ban I'm really interested
Sorry about that.
It's crazy that we're 6 picks in and no holiday, no paradox.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy and it's not crazy, but it's
Raiders also did prioritize.
Tornado getting stuck was unfortunate. Yeah, Tornado got stuck twice. Tornado got stuck twice. And both times, by the way, if the Tornado works, I killed the Lash. So that part was very sad.
It's kind of surprising because
I should have played to bait the slam more. I should have played to bait the slam a little bit more. But Great Talon just puts in so much fucking pressure on you. And I'm just like, it feels very awkward to be Mirage in that lane. I would have much preferred being Calico in that lane, I think. I think if I'm Calico, I just go like more tanky items and then I just go on the Lash when he goes on me. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, like there's like all like the top. You think like
either way, early on I need to not take a lot of damage.
The Abrams though was a mainstay in Europe and was incredibly successful in all games we saw it.
I hope that's not I don't want Abrams.
We discussed the 5-man Lash ult. Was there a 5-man Lash ult? Lash has way too good of an advantage mid lane. No, the problem is we drafted a shit lane against it. The problem is we drafted a shit lane against it and we played it bad too.
At this point, Jake, like this guy's been doing this for years, man. This guy, I don't know anyone else who's honestly.
You think mid lane needs reworked? Honestly, not really.
Just about.
I'm just
but
talking players. That's all I live for. You know. Anyway, so it is so cool to see though. Like,
Ivy was a weird choice mid. It's decent against the Lash, but like, there's not really a better hero against the Lash that we picked. Against Lash, you kind of just need to. If we could have picked like a Bebop and put it mid, that would have been a great counter, in my opinion, to their lane. If we could have had a Bebop mid, that would have been a great counter.
I'm still weirded out by the Lash, Great Talon, Mo, and Krill, but for me, already seeing melee creeps with those 3 heroes locked in is saying they.
What is your person highest? Do you mean personal highest impact hero, or I'm not sure what person highest impact hero means. I assume it means personal.
Those two played together specifically. They got great push potential, but they don't feel like a very powerful lane.
Here's the thing. The only reason the Lash was able to do what he was doing is because he has a Grey Talon with him. That's what you need to understand. The only reason that he can do that is because he has a Grey Talon with him. If he doesn't have a Grey Talon with him and it's any other hero, we can just pressure him. Were you in finance or consulting before? I was in consulting, not finance. I was consulting for a digital transformation and automation. Isn't it bad to hide in that room against Lash? Honestly, there was nowhere for me to hide. He can kill me. He can kill me anywhere because of how I fucked up. I was super low and we wasted healing right. I was super low and we wasted healing right.
But they didn't have to win lane to roam.
Fickle wasting healing right was a big blunder too. That would have been way healthier. What makes it so GT can protect him? The thing about GT is he goes in the air, nobody can outtrade the GT in our lane, right? We have Ivy Mirage, so GT just shits on both of us. I mean, Mirage is like fine against GT, but like Ivy just gets shit on by GT.
Potentially, you know,
in lane.
somebody like Mo and
so our lane is just significantly weaker than them in trades. And since our lane is weaker than them in trades, it means we can't bully the Lash off of high ground because GT can like defend him. How do you win against GT Lash? So I think you have to pick a lane that can punish. So I think Bebop is a really, really good pick against that lane. So I think we should pick Bebop against that lane, which is what they did here. Yo!
GG's deathy. Unlucky game, but know the team will keep getting better. Been a great week of scrims.
Holy! Thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate that, Peaceful Kraken. God damn. That's very generous.
You know, we see
damn.
pretty powerful lane pairings
Thank
on
you.
both sides. Like I do think that Lash.
Yeah. We'll improve for sure. We'll improve for sure. Yeah, so I think the Bebop pick is really good here into the Grey Talon Lash lane. So if they're doing Grey Talon Lash lane mid, I think here they can answer with like something like Bebop, Bebop 7 maybe, and then they're probably fine. We'll see how they answer it, though. We'll see how they play against it.
I'm
You think
wondering-
Lash could be first ban material on new map?
Was the
Absolutely
Lash
not. I don't think so,
Talon
no.
So successful last game because
But I think Lash is very strong. Need to lose more often? Yeah. We didn't have a lot of practice against their specific playstyle. We'd never scrimmed them and shit. Ido Abrams? No, I think it's Ido Yamato. Wait, actually, you might be right. It might be Ido Abrams.
You can have one for that one because
Sinclair is far too broken, yeah.
Against like a different lane setup and they won't
7 good to stun Talon. The stun is decent, yes, but also the 3 is good against Talon in the air. Like, you can kind of beam him and you can kind of trade with him somewhat decent.
And like use burst nukes on the opponent. It seems like mid lane is like very susceptible to being harassed, even when you're last hitting under tower. It's not very safe. It's not very.
This draft looks very one-sided. Yeah, I don't know. Why didn't you scrim BNB? We just didn't book them, or like they didn't book us. There was no further reason than that. We never blacklisted from scrimming them. We always accepted scrimming them. We just haven't scrimmed them on new map. We scrimmed them before, but we never scrimmed them on new map. 3-3-6-2-2.
And that introduces a real X factor for
6.
somebody like Great Talon
3-3.
who wants to be focusing on their aim, putting down damage. If the hook comes in, it completely changes that dynamic.
I also want to point out as we head to lane,
Yeah, I'm gonna watch to see what's going on here. Who's Poppers? Poppers was like an ex League of Legends player. He's also Mike and 4 aldehydes. He's like high ranked in NA. Was his Hex going to AoE the main thing that picked up Sinclair from early to Mega OP? Nah, the main thing is his gun change. So now with his gun change, he's like just even like more Omega impressive, and also his ultimate changes. The Hex being AoE base is also like insanely strong for sure. Okay, so what do we got? So we've got, looks like Lash Geist mid. So they're not doing the Lash GT. I think this is a significantly weaker combo. We'll see though.
New York's about to get a lot more vegetation.
As far as my personal highest impact hero, I had that question earlier. I mean, I think it's Lash generally. Okay, so we got Lash up there. I mean, he can just look for a slam here, I'm pretty sure. Okay, Poppers is not respecting the slam. This should be a very favorable lane for them here in the mid for melee creeps. Okay, cancels the healing right. Very interesting. Very good. Gamba for the set? I think it's too late. There's nothing to use your points for anyway. I'll do Gamba next game. Oh, big denies. I mean, they're up quite a lot in this mid lane. They're up a lot. They're up like 500 on them. The Lash guys are up. I think Lash here is just saving for Enchanter's Barrier, which makes a lot of sense. I think he's just going to get the small camp. He's going to buy Enchanters. Makes sense. After how long is BNB? This is not the first time. This is the second time BNB is in Deadlock Fight Night. There were a lot in early Jan as well. I mean, now these guys can't walk up, right? They just can't walk up. Because Lomain can slam them for 1,000,000 damage. He's going to try. This guy got slammed for 1,000,000 damage. He has full green. So the mid lane is pretty much lost for the side of Big and Brolic, I would say. Pretty much over at this point. Let's see how the side lanes are going. I mean, it doesn't look like Big and Brolic is like winning any lane, really. It looks like they're losing every lane, in fact. At the moment. Got Yams on the Bebop, Ido on the Abrams. Do you think the mid spire is healthy for the lane? I mean, clearly a lot of people don't like it, so if a lot of people don't like it, you can just remove it. I'm not upset if they remove it.
The only thing they'll be able to do is watch in horror.
He could actually slam the Yamato maybe, but it's very risky. He's not doing it. They have ult advantage here in the middle lane. We'll see how that plays out. Since BNB goes all in on lane is losing a GG for them. Okay, that's what Fickle says. I don't necessarily think that that's true. But they do like put a lot of emphasis on the laning stage. So I think if you win lane against them, you are probably much more likely to win the game. But then again, that's true against any team to an extent. And I don't really know because we haven't scrimmed them enough, right? So let's see what he buys here. Looks like he's going to save for another 1250, maybe cold front or something. Oh, it's a massive slam. Oh my god, they're both one. I can't believe they keep falling for it. Fishcake is also the one that plays Lash all the time. I mean, I guess, you know, same shit happened to me. I mean, they picked a lane that really hard struggles against it. I'm really surprised it did not put the Bebop mid. I'm very, very surprised it did not put the Bebop mid. I think that's a big blunder. But they killed average anyway. And now it looks like they might even kill low main too. Nah, he's good. I feel like Hydration usually wins even if they lose lane. Not anymore.
You want to buy a mug to go with your gun?
It's a new era. It's a new era. That's one thing you have to understand. It's a new era. Lash is OP mid, but if you pick Bebop, okay, hear me out. You pick Bebop, Lash slams, you simply hook him and kill him. It's a guaranteed hook. It's a guaranteed hook. Because when he slams, like, he can't adjust his movement, right? You just hold your hook and you just kill him. IV pocket can also be good because you can dodge the slam every time. Or you pick heroes that just kill him. Wait. He's actually dead. Oh, he's alive, just barely. I guess he's still got 328 barrier. Specifically against spirit damage, though. What if DB? Yeah, DB is also really good against Lash, specifically, yes.
Someone's using their noodle.
Going against Lash and mid Zayds, you don't like the spire in the middle? That's totally fair. That's a fair statement. This is the E-date, true. I'm just on the Lash POV. Not much is happening. There's only been one kill so far in the laning stage. There's been one kill. The only kill that's happened has been from the side of Big and Bro. Like, they haven't gotten a single kill from the Slash lane. So the Slash lane hasn't really worked out, you know, as well as they would want it to, probably. The side lanes, I mean, they look pretty even. Not a lot of tower damage on either side. It's pretty much a stalemate. We've got reactive barrier on the side of Wraith, right? Full barrier, Wraith. You're probably not killing this guy. Mo's got Locket, right? On this side, you've got Ivy with Locket DB, so you're probably not killing that guy. Saya's got double barrier on the Grey Talon. So this is like a pretty stalemate lane. The thing is, if you remove corner boost, that doesn't fix the mid problem because there's other ways to get up there other than corner boosting. Okay, wait, so they're contesting them at the vault. Lash ult on nobody. This is tragic. Okay, swap. Boom, slam, lock it. I mean, overall, this looks like this is a win for Big and Brolic. Especially if they get the bag. He's trying to escape with the bag right now, but I don't know if he's going to manage it. I think he's just dead. And Fishcake gets the bag. That's massive. Fishcake's now 3-0.
There's no situation of death away. I'm going out on my own to keep my wits about me.
And now the Lash lane is actually like very far behind now.
I can get something of quality.
And Fishcake gets, like, Fishcake's actually huge now. He can just buy Torment Pulse right now if he wants. I don't think that's what I'll buy. I don't think it really makes sense to necessarily rush Torment Pulse. I mean, I think it's a very strong power spike, so you could justify it. Realistically, I think you just fill your slots. Like, you just go K-Dash, you know. You probably just go K-Dash, like, you go K-Dash, melee charge, maybe. Maybe, what if you go K-Dash, melee charge, sell Resto Shot, and go Fleet Foot? No, I'm just kidding. It's probably K-Dash, Berserker, and like some green item like Healing Booster maybe. Fishcake's just gonna go farm mode. He's gonna clear everything. Poppers is gonna hold the wave. And I mean, Big and Brolic have a, you know, pretty decent lead. Nothing crazy. Big fight happening on the right lane though. Idorian just like fighting them. Okay. A lot of damage being dealt, but Saya and Colchis both go down. So no kills on the side of melee creeps. And melee creeps right now only have 1 kill. And it's Lomain that has it. And it looks like they might be able to get another kill here. We'll see. Yep, they do get a second one. Pure content on the 7. I didn't even notice Pure was on 7.
This is even easier than I expected.
Fishcake though, Fishcake is getting a little out of control. 4-0. He actually rushed Hunter's Aura. You get Hunter's Aura early, it can be a little bit disgusting sometimes, so I can see that. And Big and Brolic have a 6k lead coming out of the laning stage. Definitely not what you want to see if you're melee creeps, but you can definitely come back from this. It was much more dire in our game. The lead that they had against us was much more dire. I mean, Fishcake is like full on snowballing. He's got like 11k. He's actually like server admin right now.
Meet your end.
Oh wait, big hook from Yams. And that guy's dead. And they kill average. They're getting kills everywhere. There's a bit of a fight happening at the Walker here. Looks like Ido's probably going to go down. A little bit overzealous here from the side of Big and Brolic, it looks like. Gibbs should probably be able to escape. Wait, unless Wraith comes in? Wait, he's dead. Huge kill from Wraith. Big play from Pachi. Pachi's been having a pretty good game himself. 11k. They're going to be able to force this tower here. And it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Pachi Pop having a quiet banger. That's exactly what you want.
I see people.
Okay, so we got the K on mode, the K heal bane. We got some anti-heal here. Is anybody else building anti-heal? We got a heal bane here. You guys got sub-stam. Nothing crazy with the skill build. Okay. Nothing crazy on the skill build either. He's probably just going to max his ult next. We got the tower. They're fighting this, but I mean, this looks crazy as hell. If you're a low main, I guess you can escape here with a quick grapple. And you go back in with a... There's no way you go back in if you're low main here. You're just dead. Okay, he lives. Oh wait, does he live? No, he's dead as hell. But these fights aren't the worst things. These fights aren't the worst thing. Like the kill score looks very uneven, but melee creeps is still within 3k, so it doesn't actually matter. None of this actually really matters. Saya is kind of not having a game at all though. Saya's 0-4, 8k net worth is Great Talon. That is the worst possible thing you could ask for. The main reason for that is like Great Talon is kind of like useless from behind as a hero generally. Ido's going in 7 ult. This is kind of a terrible 7 ult in my opinion. That's unfortunate. I mean, at zones, Ido actually goes down. And they can't pick back up the urn, I think. Bit of a fight happening. Yeah. How did our team do? We didn't do very well, unfortunately. We got kind of owned by Big and Brolic. Well played to them, though.
Let's take out Calico.
I see 7.
Wait. They're on the 7 right now? Beautiful ambush. Drops the urn. I mean, I don't even think they're killing him. But they got the urn. But is that really worth it? On the other side of the map here, they're pressuring a walker. I mean, I don't really think they get this walker. He's actually doing 0 damage to it. What's happening on the urn here? He drops it. He's 1 HP. Lash ult onto a cube. They're gonna grab the cube after. I mean, they grab Gibbs. He's still alive. They can't kill him. Lomin gets the urn though. So overall a win for melee creeps, regardless of everything else that happened. They are losing a lot of damage on their walker mid. I don't know if they can get it. I think they should be able to get it. Yeah, uses ult. Oh, big hook. Wait, Wraith shows up though. Wraith gets the kill. They don't get the walker, I think. I mean, Yams is trying to go for it. It's really, really hurt, but I don't think it dies. Wait, maybe it does. Oh, it does. Okay, Yams gets the walker. That's kind of worth. You get the flex slot advantage. And he might escape, to be honest. And he's out. Left just spawned. Yeah, that's still really good for the side of Big and Brolic. Yeah, Big and Brolic are looking good for sure. Big and Brolic are a good team for sure. I would not be surprised if Big and Brolic win this series. I would not be surprised. I mean, you know, Pashi is kind of Thanos. That much is true. Pashi is kind of Thanos right now. But Saya, on the other hand, is like literally the opposite of Thanos. He's like, I don't know. What's like the weakest thing you can think of? He's like an ant. No, ants are actually hell and strong. That was a terrible example. Can we ban Wrestle Locket? I feel like it's too good. I do agree with you that it's a little bit too good. I think it makes the state of the game a little bit unfun with that. But I don't think it needs to be banned. I think it just needs to be changed a little bit. And then it'll be okay. Hawkeye versus Thanos, right? Exactly. Pashi Pop is Thanos, and Average getting gone on here under tower. He's probably just gonna die. Yep. Goes down. Is Cool Cheese gonna be able to live to tell the tale? Cool Cheese buying time, stalling. Pashi shows up. Pashi is Thanos. Cancels the Abrams ult. They should be able to kill this Abrams, right? Unless he HMCs. He can charge. Oh, he's dead. He's dead. Very close though. I mean, melee creeps finding these return kills are really, really good. Now it just depends on who gets the urn, right? If melee creeps gets a good timing on this, they might be able to get the urn. Great punch from Gibbs. Great punch from Gibbs. Now this forces the Wraith to TP forward. And the Wraith is now super far forward. And on the other side, I mean, Big and Brolic are just... Sorry, like, I think they're called bugs and boxes now. They're just like split pushing the map. But they are going to lose the urn for this, I think. I don't really think this is good from...
Nicely done.
I don't really think this is good from them. I mean, Yams is just literally just split pushing the entire game, but I feel like if they just focused on the objective, they would have like hard won. Yams is dead. Wait, did he not take the jump pad? What happened to the jump pad? Is there no jump pad here anymore, or is it just bugged? Wait, did they remove that? Wait. Oh, they removed it. Oh shit, my bad. You could tell Yams wanted to take that jump pad. You could tell he wanted to take it. I mean, now melee creeps all of a sudden 7k lead. I think that giving up that urn was a big blunder. However, this walker is very hurt, so this walker could go down any second. Fishcake is still Thanos. Pashi, however, is like ultra Thanos at this point. He's got crippling as well. I mean, crippling, he's just gonna start melting through these targets. I don't know if he should have gone crippling this early, to be honest. I feel like it's such quite low fire rate. I personally, I think I would have preferred something like burst fire intensifying or something over crippling. I think burst fire intensifying would have been insane. But he went crippling. We'll see how that goes. Big fight on the right side here. Okay, looks like Pashi should be out. They get the Guardian. I mean, we've got a pretty even game on our hands here. Crippling versus Yama. That's true. That part is true. It's very good versus Yamato in 7. It's very good versus Yamato in 7. That part is true. Go Bashi build? I already showed it, but here it is. I think the build for the most part is pretty good. Like I said, I'm not sure about the crippling, but it is very good against their heroes. So I mean, crippling's never a bad purchase, right? It's just not the highest DPS purchase necessarily, but it's never bad. They're already set up for the buffs here. I don't know if Pashi wants to fight this. It looks like yes. There's going to be a fight on the left side for sure. I'm shocked for your new video. You had a shirt on for once. True. Compressor seems weird to me. I mean, it's decent against some of their heroes. It's good against Abrams. It's decent versus Yamato and Calico and stuff like that. So it's not bad. You can pretty much always go it if you have a slot. I probably would have preferred slowing Hex this game, especially against the Calico and stuff. Okay, so he has crippling, so he should be able to melt the 7 in his ult. But the side of melee creeps lost 2 people. I mean, I think 7 should go down here. And I do think Pashi just kills everyone. Probably. They still have Yamato ult, but I think Pashi just kills Yamato in ult. Yep, Yamato's dead. Fishcake is just gunning for Pashi, bro. He just does not care. He's in there. I mean, he got him. But this, I mean, this seems worth it, I guess, because on the other side of the map, once again, bugs and boxes are always just like winning on the other side of the map. And they're gonna get this walker. And all of a sudden, all the lead that melee creeps had, it's gone. And here I think that this should be, well, I don't think it's gonna be a free earn. They can contest it if they want, but the map is in a pretty good state for them to get the earn. It's not gonna be free. It's in a pretty good state. Lifesteal and he lives maybe? Yeah, but like his items are quite good. You don't necessarily need lifesteal on this hero because you have it baked into your 3. Okay, wait. He's forced to drop the urn. Third person POV here. The urn is just chilling there. Big engage. We have a 1v1 on the side lane. Looks like Fishcake is just going to go to this one. Wait, big Lash ult. It's actually a movie Lash ult. It's a movie Lash ult. Oh my god, this is huge for melee creeps. And on the other side, melee creeps, I mean, it does look like average is just going to go down here, but this is still a net positive for melee creeps because they should be able to just get the urn in here without much contest. And they might be able to go for the walker, although they have to be careful about hooks under the walker. Big hook. Walker's going to stomp. Oh, if he hit that, that would have been movie. They lose the walker, and they're going to lose people too. I mean, they are pushing the other walker, so this shouldn't end up being a trade, I think. Saya's trying to defend it, but there's not much he can do. I mean, poor Saya, you know, he's just been trying to farm. Yamato's trying to leave. She might end up being okay, but it's very, very close.
Headed to blue.
And we're going to reset. Once again, pretty close game. BMP Bebop macro goes hard. True. I mean, Fishcake is still Thanos. He's got E-shift and shit now too. Should the bull statue have balls? Yes. At this point, it's pretty much just like execution of team fights. There's still a little bit of macro involved, of course. But, and what they fight over. Next objective is buffs. Buffs coming up in 50 seconds. We'll see what happens there. I'm a ball positive streamer, true.
Let's take out great talent.
Firing protoplasm.
Okay, we've got a fight here. Calico getting gone on. Calico can buy a lot of time. Oh, Calico instantly dead. Never mind. Never mind. We died with the old fish cake. I feel like fish cake should have just like ulted and he would have been fine. And if they kited in, could have been okay. But he got birded and he insta died. And now melee creeps are, you know, commanding position. Up 10k. They have a pick for 30 seconds. They get to dictate kind of the pace of the map here. They get to choose what they want to do. Wait, Lash ult? Lash ult hits nothing. Unfortunate. Seven ult? Just a zone. Protects the walker. We've got Echo Shard 7. Are you gonna go max ball or max ult yet? Next. His ult was on CD until right after E shift ended. Yeah, so couldn't he have ulted like right after the E shift ended? Maybe not though. Oh my god. They're gonna get another kill on the Calico maybe? Oh wait, he can buy some time. He can buy some time. He can ult out here. He can ult out. Oh, he should be fine. Beautiful kite. Can the rest of them kite though? Yamato's one goes down. Looks like the rest of them are going to be able to reset. I mean, Pashi is just kind of Thanos, though. Oh my god. Pashi just beamed that guy. Let's go. Now they're going to go mid-boss. I mean, there's no 7 ult, there's no Abrams ult, so I think you're fine. I think this is a good call. This should be free. Bebop can try to contest a little bit, but I don't think he can do much. I don't even think he can make it in time. I don't even think he's gonna try to go. Yeah, he's just gonna back.
I've got the ranges. And away we
Can you check what 7 has max? I mean, he maxed stun and then ult, yeah. I mean, melee creeps up 12k. They have mid boss. This is kind of their game to lose right now. You know, bugs and boxes, they have control of the urn in order to like minimize the amount of damage that they're going to take from this mid boss in terms of like soul lead. I think if you're melee creeps, you want to try to take walkers, but you have to be careful because they have 7 ult and they have hooks, and I mean, Lomain gets picked here. Not really sure how that happened exactly, but Lomain does go down. That's a very bad death, I would say. What's the Abrams Phantom Strike combo? It's just you Phantom Strike into charge. Phantom Strike's also just a kind of a good item. I mean, it gives you spirit resist, weapon damage, disarm, and slow. It's kind of nice. You just get in there. Now the urn has been reset. I mean, the game is still extremely close, so as long as bugs and boxes don't get picked too much. Okay, I was gonna say if you don't get this kill, it's so bad. They get the kill, they get a big bag. That's a huge kill. Abrams coming back, gets Wraith ulted. Look on the 7 POV, he's silenced.
Our yellow walker is under attack.
forgive me for not shaking the glowing green arm.
Feel the agony.
Okay, looks like Guy's gonna try to force mid here. This seems quite risky, as her entire team is on the left side. It's now backdoored. Looks like Geist is getting gone on. I mean, she can buy a lot of time here, but she's not gonna survive this. So melee creeps really needs to win the engagement on the other side of the map, if that makes sense. Actually, she might survive. Wait. Oh, wait. She's on the other roof? Ah, she's dead as hell. Nah, she's dead as hell. Overall, that's good, because she bought a ton of time, and they got the walker on the other side, so that was actually fine. They should get this mid walker, too. I mean, Poshy's just kind of Thanos at this point. He's got 40k. He kills all of the enemy heroes, like, no problem.
Death brings consequences once more.
Spirit jar is here.
Why E-shift here? I mean, E-shift's just a really good item. Let's say you get hooked, or you get gone on by a 7 stun, or you get, like, I don't know, like balled on, or there's a bunch of things that just allows you to buy time and refight. If you're talking about the Wraith. Right, E-shift is like one of the best defensive items in the game, especially in competitive play, because it just allows you to buy those extra, you know, 3 seconds or whatever, 3.5 seconds for your team. I honestly think that the E-shift duration is like too long, and the stats that it gives are kind of insane too. Like, gives you like the stats after the effect are kind of nuts. I mean, look at the, like, the Yamato just doesn't get to play the game. Wait, Poshy kind of got caught out of position a little bit though, and now they have to Kai back. This could be a really good fight for Bugs and Boxes. They have a big health advantage. Yamato goes in again, refreshers, goes on the GT. GT should go down, misses the power slash. Wait, GT might live because of it. Wait, that's actually a really, really big missed power slash. And now Yamato dies. That was such a big deal. That one power slash, I think, changed a lot about this fight. Like, imagine GT's dead, Yamato doesn't have to chase that far. Yams is gonna die. I mean, this looks like a melee creeps win as far as like the fight goes. And I would say that if they win this fight, the game is looking very, very good for them. GTO's mode dinner after that save, and now Pachi should just be able to kind of clean up here, I think. Oh wait, he gets charged? He's getting a little bit isolated? E-shift to buy some time? Oh wait, the IV comes in to save. And this is why E-shift is so good. You just buy just a little bit of time for your teammates to turn with your abilities. You bait them into going on you, and now they can't kill you. And this fight should be cleanable by Apache here. Yeah. I mean, it was kept close though.
Ava, help me.
Ava, help me, she says. How many kills was that? Apache's currently at 13 kills. He has very high kill participation too. But it's not that simple, right? For example, average, yeah, he's 1 in 8. But despite being 1 in 8, he's actually had a lot of impact on these fights. So sometimes it's not about the KD. Because he's created a decent amount of space on the map. And also, like, there's been plenty of times where, you know, he's been in like in a 1 versus 2 situation. So his team can end up winning the fight, you know? Guys will always have impact with swap, that's correct. I don't really like his build that much though, I will say, but that's fine. He's just hostaging the urn right now.
Your valor is rewarded.
I mean, here you've got 3k. What do you buy? I think at this point, buying toxic bullets makes a lot of sense in my opinion. I think I'd probably just sell the headshot booster and just buy headhunter. Not headhunter, sorry. Toxic bullets at this point.
Boss has arrived.
Good luck completing the ritual. Let's take out biscuits.
Okay, so he goes reach and he puts it on his bomb. Okay. I mean, he does have Mystic Slow, so he is playing to kind of debuff with Mystic Slow and Mystic Reverb. Reverb's on his 3. Interesting. looking like a 1 hour game. I guess we'll see. I don't necessarily think so. I mean, I think if Melee Creeps wins one more fight, it's pretty much over, I think. Well, not over, but like it's going to be really good. It's only going to be a 1 hour game if BNB can win the next fight. No Toxic on Wraith this game is kind of shocking. Yeah, no Toxic in general on the side of Melee Creeps is definitely like not something I'd expect. I mean, you look at their heroes, they have a lot of healing. Toxic seems very, very valuable. I do think that they should probably have one. But they have like a decent amount of anti-heal, don't get me wrong. I mean, they have leech and heal band stuff, but getting Toxic would probably be like, you know. Oh, okay, good reaction on the ult. I mean, I think he still just insta-dies. But, yep, he just insta-dies. Not exactly the start you want to your fight. Gibbs goes down. I mean, at this point, I think the fight's pretty much over. Watch it from a third-person perspective. Wait, Axe actually goes down. We've got the 7 ult zoning. They can't overchase. They're just going to reset. It looks like Average is just sitting in this little corner behind them, though, so they might have a little bit of a pincer play, depending on what Average wants to do. I'm going to get on this camera here. It looks like he's just stealing their farm. This is quite risky from Average, but he should be fine since he's got the jump pad. Although, wait, he's caught. He got a little too greedy. I think he's dead now. I don't know if he can escape this. He's getting stunned here. He's dead as hell. He got a little too greedy. Yeah, we lost to we lost to Big and Brolic, unfortunately. We didn't, yeah, we lost our lanes. Yeah, Boshi's a little bit of a masterclass this game for sure. Oh, mid-boss. Mid-boss force from Big and Brolic. I mean, they have really, really good things to secure it. They've got an unstoppable 7 with Echo Shard stun. That's pretty much as good as it gets. Looks like Wraith ults, backs up. Okay, let's watch this. They're down 2. The grab on the Yamato is very good. Yamato goes down. They should be able to still secure this. Okay, punches it, secures it. Everyone's stunned. Lash half health. Looks like it's going to be a bit of a reset. I think Pashi's still trying to fight, though. I mean, Pashi's still very, very strong, right? As long as he doesn't get isolated, he can fight. And he's doing a good job kiting here. They're cutting high ground side, just insta-dies. Pashi's going to get isolated here. Oh, he's dead. Wait, Pashi lives with 1? Where is he? Oh, he's dead. Okay, is he? Yeah, he is. Low main here. Might be able to escape. Oh, low main is so dead, I think. Wait, maybe not. He's on the high ground. Oh, low main is so fucked. He's building up some stamina. He might be okay. He's got 3 stam. He should be good. Oh, he got cursed. Okay, he's kind of wasting stam a little bit, but he should still be fine. Yeah. Wait, Mo goes back in. Yeah, I mean, this is good comeback from Bugs and Boxes. If Ido had Fortitude right now, it'd be fat. Still have 3 kills. Wait, Ido on the Lash? He's dead. Wait, he gets cubed. I think this is so psycho to go in with the amount of health that Ido has, though. Like, there's no way this works out, right? Like, he has to reset here. That was pushing it. He has speed, though. Wait, does he not have spirit armor? Oh, no, he does now. Wait, no, he doesn't. He just gets spirit armor through Spirit Snatch. I see. Okay. Wait, a bit of a fight here. We're going on the Mo. Mo's cursed. Hook. In burrow. Can buy a lot of time. 7 ults. Unstoppable. I mean, Mo's dead. I think Wraith is just going to die here probably as well. I mean, Wraith might be able to live, but she's definitely not going to kill them. Another Yamato ult. Lash ult, but it doesn't look that good. Wraith had to E-shift. She lives with 1 health. She might be able to live. Maybe not. Now she's dead. I mean, this is looking really good for Bugs and Boxes. They should be able to, like, down the patron off that. For sure, I think. Low main's just dead here. There's no way he lives. Wait, low main? Is he living this? There's no shot. Ain't no shot. Ain't no way. He's out. Oh no.
Where did they go?
Yeah, Lash ulted them on Wraith because he was hoping that they could Wraith ult them most likely. I mean, I probably would have done the same thing in that situation specifically. They're still going to go in the base, though. I mean, this should still be Patron being down here. We'll see, though. Okay, that just looked like it went through him, but hey, all good. I mean, they have 15 seconds to down. I don't really like what Ido's doing here, I'm going to be real. He gets cubed, though. I think you just focus on downing here, like the Patron's half. Do you just back up? You probably have to back up here. Wait, okay, they downed? Lash ult's nothing? If they can reset here, it's really good. If they lose one person, it's like whatever. As long as they don't lose everyone, if they just lose 1 or 2 people, it's not the end of the world. They can get the buffs here. They can maybe pick up their urn so the enemy team doesn't get it. If Poppers gets buff and then goes to urn here, I think they're chilling. And now all they have to do is win 1 fight and they win the game. Wait, how much damage does Cold Front do there? That looked like an insane amount of damage. 1 hour still seems likely. It's definitely not impossible. Put it that way. I said it was only going to be a 1 hour game if Bugs and Boxes won the last fight, the next fight, and then they did exactly that. So, okay, so melee creeps are probably going to get this turn, so they're still going to have like a 30k advantage. They're still 18k ahead because melee creeps is not actually melee, like Bugs and Boxes are not actually getting that many kills. Yeah, almost a 30k lead, but like this late into the game, those types of leads are like no longer as significant, right? It's all about how fights start. Bugs and Boxes are just a meme name or the real thing? I mean, that's their team name. 30k lead, but we don't have flex slots. Yeah, I mean, Bugs and Boxes have the flex slot advantage. They've got 4. You guys have 3, so, you know. This is the longest Deadlock Fight Night game so far. I think there's been one longer one in EU. But this is definitely up there.
Mid-boss has arrived.
Mid boss is up. Are they going to go straight to it? They might. I don't really think they have the best tools to force it, though. I'm curious to see. Okay, looks like they were looking for a pick on the Mo here. Mo's cursed, but he's kiting. He's fine. Mo's looking. Oh, he's looking for something desperately, but he can't find it. Wait, he found the Viscous, but it's there's no way they can kill him. Yams does go down, though. Let's see on the other side of the fight what's happening. Pure Content also goes down. Wait, this looks very good for melee creeps. 2 picks right away. They should be able to just... They should be able to clean this up. I mean, Calico's going to escape because she's Calico, I think. But still, melee creeps gets 2 picks. They're most likely just going to go mid here. Ido is split pushing. Wait, they're looking to end. Wait, they're looking to end for the mid. I think melee creeps knows. Melee creeps knows. They're going to look to try to end. Is this going to work? This is risky, but they might be able to do it, honestly. I think they can do it. I think Yamato just does it. GG. Man, that's rough. That is a rough way. That's a rough way to lose game 1, bro. That's a rough way to lose game 1. That is tough. If I'm melee creeps, that's tough. That's tough. Damn. Well played. Well played from them. C9 should side melee creeps. Damn. Yeah, that's a back cap right there. That's literally a back cap.
Away from Big and Brolic, but because melee creeps didn't reset that right lane, it
Let's take a look at the
Big and
stream
Brolic to
here.
zip line straight through and get the first map of the series. That was a ridiculous finish.
Man, a 40-minute plus game. I think we got almost to 45 minutes, which in deadlock terms is the latest of late games possible.
Like I said, 30k lead when you're that far into the game, it doesn't matter as much.
They kind of had no choice.
Nah, they didn't try to do mid, by the way. They didn't even try to do mid. They actually backed up because they realized what was happening. They didn't even hesitate on backing up. It was already doomed, though, from the lane state. It was actually already doomed. They didn't even, yeah, they didn't even try to do mid. I thought they would, but then, yeah.
Saw sort of melee creeps start to move back. I'm thinking, okay, mid boss, but Big and Brolic through that right side of the map. I guess they all had those zipline boosts ready. And maybe that was the
Hydro Nation had a cheater in their team. He got caught. What do you mean?
I mean, hey, if they win here, we'll try and take the chance to ask them.
What are you talking about?
Finishes to a deadlock game we've seen. Absolute cinema.
I think you're confusing them with Llama
You
Lords.
saw melee creeps. They saw it happen too. You saw the pings coming out. You saw them immediately try to head back to base, but there was nothing.
PayPal is cheating on Llama Lords.
Zipline boost.
No, it's all good.
Big and Brolic had. I mean, look at the breakdown here.
Hey, it's all good.
64,000 player damage out of Poshy Pop. Ridiculous. But honestly, one of the biggest standout here that I see is look at Low Main. 62,000 player damage on a Lash. Absolutely ridiculous play out of him.
Jason Kaplan, me when I just look at the player damage numbers.
Yeah, look, I mean, Poshy Pop is the hard.
I mean, yeah,
here. He's kind of
definitely a lot of damage coming out of those guys.
64k. That is, I mean, I am blown away. Sick finish to that game. We kind of got everything really, except for a 7 that was able to have some real impact.
Yeah, I think
The 7 had impact. I don't know what they're talking about.
The fact is, like, when you have a Bebop,
It's support 7. His only job is to zone and use stuns.
but like a Bebop, and then you have a 7 who's kind of underfarmed. You really
It was
rely
support 7. He wasn't building to do damage. He was building to just stun and zone
There's only
people.
so much heavy lifting he can do, which
That's
is
so
why I
funny.
think you saw them realize at the end, we have to just send it. We know we're going to lose if we try to defend it. They took advantage of the misstep out of melee creeps, and they get the first map of the series.
I mean,
ridiculous stuff. And I honestly, I can't wait to hear, if I'm allowed to do this, I can't wait to hear what Jake has to say
Yeah, I was
about
going to say
this.
bring him in.
Bro, I mean, what a finish, right? Like the presence of mind from Big and Brolic to go for that. I think the game started to tilt against them when melee creeps. I think once
Who's cheating on Llama Lords?
fully
PayPal.
online, I feel like there's a few fights where Poshy Pop was
Support
just
7 is troll?
gonna
It's really
serve
not.
that
Support
off,
7
right?
has been a
Like,
thing for
he's
quite some
able to
time.
damage
We even run it
on the
sometimes.
loop.
It's not
Like, he
troll.
was just ready to chew
It's
through
really not.
the tankiest of tanks for Big
You
and
have
Brolic,
the
but,
best stun in the
early
game,
pressure, the early
and you can go
objectives,
Echo
making
Shard,
it
and your
ultimate
ultimate is
smaller
good
map
even if you don't
Big and
invest
Brolic
things.
that put them in a
Your ultimate is
position
always
to
good.
be able to steal the game away like that.
What happened to Hydro Nation? Nothing. They're just not in this one. They declined participating in this one.
Points. So back and forth stuff, but the objective trades were favoring Big and Brolic for a lot of the game. This has been a pretty exciting money match here in NA. It's a best of 3, folks, of course. Our friends at Intel are putting on a proper show for you, just as melee creeps and Big and Brolic are delivering in the server. So we need a breather. We need a break. We're going to take one. We're going to come back here with game number 2 of this best of 3 with $1,000 on the line. This is the Deadlock Fight Night number 16 for the NA region, and apparently we're just getting started.
Scaling with 3 is just much better. I mean, it really depends on your comp and what you want to accomplish, right? In this draft, they had too many greedy heroes, right? They already had like the Yamato and shit and other heroes who wanted to scale. So they couldn't really play greedy 7. And here you picked support 7, right? And you also deny them the 7 pick by doing that at the same time, right? You play support 7, which means that they can't play carry 7. So there's also that. There's multiple facets to it, right? It's not as simple as saying that, oh, 7 is stronger if he has farm. Like, yes, that is true generally, but it's not that simple. All right, one sec. I realize my YouTube chat is not working. So if you've been tapping on YouTube, I'm sorry. I'm going to pull it up right now. It just wasn't working. I was like, what the hell? I didn't pay attention to it during the game. Okay. Now I can see you guys on YouTube chat. Hello, YouTube chat. What's up? Sorry, guys. My bad. It might be. Might be YouTube. If I had to go back to a normal job, what would your elevator pitch be? What do you mean, like... I don't have to do an elevator pitch. I would just like do like an interview, you know. It's not like I'm starting a company and I have to pitch it in 30 seconds. I would just like go do an interview and just be like, yeah, what's up? I have a brain. White Calico isn't banned because there's more OP heroes like Sinclair and shit. You forgot about us? Sinclair and Holiday. I didn't forget. I mean, sorry. Okay, I did forget a little bit. Does TFG Boomers have another game tonight? No, we don't. It's so the way that this tournament works, it's not really a tournament, it's more of a show match. So it's just the first game is a best of one. Winner of that game goes to the finals instantly. It's only like two series basically, right? So if we lose, whoever loses the best of one is instantly out. There's nothing else, no best of three, nothing like that. So we just lost and we're out. Tell them how you manage. What games did you play before Deadlock? I played a lot of games. Most recent games that I played were Dota 2 and Path of Exile, but like before that competitively I played competitive Overwatch, and I also like my original competitive game was Team Fortress 2, which is probably like what I'm most known for other than Deadlock is TF2. Since Wraith was set up for the carry, that meant they couldn't give 7 that much farm, so support 7. Wraith and 7 were on different teams, so that is incorrect, but instead they funneled farm onto the Calico. The team that had 7 funneled farm onto the Calico and the Yamato instead of the 7. So they also drafted support 7 based on their hero pools. Like they specifically drafted it to be a support. Who did I play in Overwatch? I was a flex DPS player, so I played like Pharah, Junkrat, Genji, Racer, Doomfist, back when Doomfist was DPS. Like, I'm talking like, I was most active in like Overwatch 1, seasons like 2 through like 5. That's when I played competitively on a team. And I was like, I mean, I peaked at like 45, 58 SR or something. Like, close to 4 points, like between 4.5 and 4.6 KSR. I think I peaked like rank 50 NA or something back in the day. Where did OBT go? OBT is no longer on that team. That includes goats, and if so, did you play break? No, I pretty much quit right around the time goats was becoming meta. The meta that I played, that I played the most was dive meta. You just got into PoE 2, but you haven't been leveling your character because you'd rather play Deadlock. I feel that. Did you quit Overwatch around Season 9? No, I quit. Well, Brig was added before Season 9. I quit Overwatch around the time Brig was added, though, yeah, so I quit Overwatch around Season 5. I think I quit Season 6, actually. I played Season 5. How would you rank yourself in Deadlock now? Top 25 in NA? I mean, according to the leaderboards, I'm like, what, top 40 or top 30 or something? And in that top, there's probably like a bunch of people that are alt accounts that are there twice. Like, yeah, realistically, I'm probably like, yeah, top 25, top 30. Depends how you look at it, yeah. I'm definitely in the top. Top however many, who knows. Why'd you quit? I decided to focus on school.
We just saw the perfect Deadlocked example.
Do you think you'll coach a Deadlock team eventually? I have no idea. Maybe like when I stop competing. If I stop competing, I would be down to be a coach.
Just to interview them on the show here and talk about like whose decision was it to make that call and kind of like what went through their minds right before it happened. That was ridiculous. And the thing was, like, Big and Brolic, they won the match. They played the.
You're retiring soon, right? Come on.
Better, but I don't feel like they played.
What'd you go to school for? I was an English major.
Like Creep still had them edged out on that. I feel like when it came to just raw farm, they were better allocated.
I promise you that Brig was released before Season 9.
A lot more adamant on like stealing away jungle when they could. I think, not to say they got lucky, because I feel like Big and Brolic earned that victory for sure. But I don't feel like they looked like overall.
Already speak English? Yeah, true. Hydronation not playing today? No, Hydronation declined playing this week.
I think that is fair. I think there was.
I majored in English.
You know, across the map, I think like wholesale was struggling.
Do you always main games in competitive matters, or do you sometimes just grind games because you enjoy them casually? Yeah, I grinded the games. I would say before Deadlock, for the past like 3 or 4 years, I didn't really play games like competitively on a team. I mostly played Dota and PoE.
cool
And
down.
even though I took Dota seriously in the sense that I watched a bunch of videos and I was playing to improve because that was fun to me, I wasn't like on a team, you know? I just like climbed the ranks in Dota because that was fun to me. You have another job? Not right now, no. My job is doing this, making YouTube videos, and doing coaching. Paid coaching. Message me on Discord if you're interested.
A lot to talk about here before we even get into the big and bad.
Deathy confirmed retired and becoming caster. Alright, pipe down, buddies. Climbing Dota ranks was AIDS? I actually don't think so. I really enjoyed climbing Dota. I didn't think it was that bad.
On the edge of your seat.
I'm going to the bathroom, one sec.
Two teams that are fighting for recognition, and Big and Brolic back after a hiatus make a grand statement in game one.
I mean, Jason promised me a stomp, and he was wrong.
He did.
So for the record.
I didn't say.
Are you saying
though,
that
right?
you're disappointed with the backdooring instead of the stomp?
No, I am glad that we had all the striations. I know you like to talk about the striations.
Yeah,
They're flexing their muscles. They got in there. They forced it in at the right moment, and that's what counts. And so the question is, can they do it again, Mitch?
I think Mitch wants to see Big and Brolic win so he can actually replace them, the Abrams and the logo, since he's got all the muscles now. His muscles. His muscles are getting bigger.
I'm still a good bulk and a half away from that one. But you know what is really important to build muscle, boys? Repetition. Big and Brolic need to churn them out. So give us another game like that. They'll be $1,000 richer. And of course, our deadlock fight night champion. I think we probably we talked a lot about the macro play sort of throughout the game, until at which point it became less relevant. There were teams that were sort of picking like these sort of full scale fights. I think like the way the draft went was really indicative, and there are probably a couple of heroes that we want to look away from. It is crazy that we're sort of back in a world where, well, not crazy, thinking about like how the game has changed, but we're seeing Lash be so much more contested now. Viscous also really being brought in so many occasions, because apparently having the option of Cube, which is another, let's be honest, another ethereal shift on a stick, is definitely like a direction that teams are trending in. They really want to try and guarantee safety in the lane and also protect someone who's suffering the heat. Like we saw Ido on this Abrams, guys, someone who we were expecting to get out ahead of the pack and have a really good game, but they were constantly targeted by all of the CC.
Big and Brolic.
Can you guys refresh my memory? Who banned Kelvin? Was that Big and Brolic?
Yes.
It came out in season 8, really.
Yeah. Okay, so they banned Kelvin as their
first
ban, even though we had melee creeps do the Sinclair first initially, right? Because they were the first ban. I thought it was interesting because I feel like maybe the Viscous was picked because they didn't have Kelvin accessible, but they're the ones that banned Kelvin away. I feel like I understand why they're going for Viscous, but like Viscous and Bebop together, I feel like is just you're depending on your carries.
Is Gucci streaming right now? Is he queuing? What's happening?
I don't feel
here?
like Viscous did that much damage at the end of the day. Neither did Bebop.
Oh, he's playing another game.
Like,
Wait, what is he? What is this game?
Calico and Yamato. I don't know. I'm not.
Hey guys, I've got Stella.
You feel DDK, but it's still like hit or miss for me so far, and I feel like you could have paired Bebop with a stronger hero to have more kill potential in that lane.
Yeah,
I've got Stella.
I agree with that. It's hard with Viscous to say ever that Viscous can't have values because of the cube and just like some of the unique opportunities you get with that, especially for the early game, because it's like the cube especially is an ability that you don't have. Like you have to itemize to get something similar to that, and that's going to take a while to get access to that. Whereas Viscous gets it straight out of the gate, and it can be pretty essential. Imagine if like Holiday's got the ult online, just swings into your lane, and Lasso.
Calico, true.
Okay, you've got Lasso. God damn it! God damn, Lasso's you, and you got the cube, and you can just have like an easy answer. You can like defend yourself from some of that early lane aggression has become so.
Your GF sends a meow to the cat again. All right, make sure to transfer the message.
Placing
that's a good cat, true.
And it can be super impactful.
No glorp passes in the chat.
The game's getting super interesting because there's so much opportunity cost. I wonder like how many heroes will cap out at in this game, because it's pretty wild already now to figure out like what is the best opportunity cost.
We've got 4 in the lab, ready to sort of hit the game. So we're very quickly before closed beta even, I guess we're going to have a massive roster of heroes here in Deadlock, but the melee creeps have to ban Sinclair this time because they are not first pick. So that is a matter of course, and Holiday will be taken.
Kelvin gets first picked.
Snapped up. It feels like I think he would be first pick for either team were he available in that previous draft, Jason.
First pick though. That's interesting. I was expecting a Lash to almost come through but then again, Big and Brolic did ban Kelvin as their first ban last time. So I think they're.
What region is best at Deadlock in your opinion? Honestly, it's hard to say. I think NA has actually gotten infinitely better in the last like 2 months. I think Europe used to be better and it was kind of obvious, but I actually think NA has gotten like infinitely better in the last 2 months. I think the NA scene is much more competitive and the teams are actually quite good. Like, I think Big and Brolic and Melee Creeps are very good. I think Hibernation is still good, even though they've fallen off a little bit. I think that, like, we're on the up and up. We can definitely be competitive. There might be another team with Naked and Scout and stuff, so yeah.
I guess work it out as we go through based on just like what we see. We can kind of try
EU still has more competitive teams. Like in general, there's just more teams in Europe that are at a high level. So it's hard to say that it's not Europe, but I guess we'll see.
Really powerful. Like for example, the Prio on Indicta.
Like statistically speaking, it is more likely to be Europe just because they have a higher level of competition. Like they have more teams that are very competitive.
Running a different build, like the Crow build. And it's super impactful the way that they run it, but here it's not prioritized at all. But Lash is though, and we've seen some great applications from Lash. I think you were totally right in terms of all of the new opportunities to get the ult in. Definitely makes Lash, I think, especially with the mobility thing. That's the point you made, Mitch. Given the change to the map, is really helpful actually, and allows Lash to be even more impactful. So, Big and Brolic getting the Viscous Kelvin online.
I mean,
okay.
They have great chase. Comp. They are. I kind of.
I'm starting some beef.
Like
starting some beef with Jason.
Out your sort of core of your composition as early as you can, especially when they're like a multiple.
Well, even filling tourney with 8 teams is a hard job in EU. Really, yeah. I mean, the game is kind of in a weird state, right? Like, there's gonna be like right now, the scene is still very small.
You're able to sit back and sort of start the craft.
Really feel like there's around 8 teams in EU that can compete with each other. Yeah, and NA, I think we're like around 4-ish, right? Like 4, maybe 5. At a very high level, and then there's probably another 4 or 5 teams that are quite good that have the potential to take some maps off of us. For example, Elo Pirates, right? Like Elo Pirates destroyed us in the tournament. I think on a good day, like we're definitely way better, but that day they played way better than us and they owned us. So yeah.
Strong pairing in general. I think S always has been. 7, I think the 7 is also like one of those picks where it's like it's a pretty big go-to, and given that they get the first ban,
but
do they ban the Mo? Like, what do they decide to prioritize here? Because obviously, you know that Ido is probably playing that Yamato.
The thing is also, like, okay, I don't know, like, you guys probably realize it because you guys are smart because you're watching my stream, right? But I don't think you guys realize how much shit, like, how much shit competitive Deadlock players are eating. Because, like, think about how much work goes into what we do for, like, literally 0 reward. Like, I'm not gonna lie, there's actually 0 reward for being a competitive Deadlock player right now. Like, I could get the same amount of viewers just like streaming regular ass content or doing funny stuff and spending more time making YouTube videos. But instead, I'm spending all this time practicing as a team, scrimming, like eating shit. And whether it's in EU or in NA, the prize pools aren't big. You don't really get reward. There's very few signed teams. There's only signed teams in EU, and even then there's very few. You played Overwatch for Deadlock? That was the definition of eating shit? Fair enough, flammable. Fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, it's just like there's not a lot of incentive, right? Like, why would you do this? The only reason people play competitive Deadlock is because they love the game and they want to compete. There really is no incentive.
Not seen yet, not prioritized here in this draft, and I imagine now
like there is no incentive.
Ban it out. They realize that they don't want to give it away in that second rotation.
So, like, the only incentive is like, oh, eventually the game is going to make it big. But let's be real. If and when the game does make it big, there's going to be a lot more competition, and it's going to be hard to compete. Like, it's not going to be the same game, right?
I feel like Melee Group should probably take that if they don't.
That's kind of an incentive. I mean, developing the pro scene, I guess, is kind of an incentive, and you can get your name out there, but at the end of the day, that's only going to get you so far.
I feel like it's too important of an ultimate that you can use aggressively.
Really hope Deadlock gets the recognition it deserves. I'm sure it will. It'll just take some time.
Should deal with Lash.
Also, it's another option for like the early lane pressure because you don't have the holiday that was banned, you don't have the paradox that's banned.
You're investing in the game itself. Everyone knows Deadlock's going to be a bomb. Yes, that's true for me. But for certain other, like, okay, think about the other players on my team, right? For me, I'm building my name as a content creator and competitive player, right? I'm getting some value. But think about someone like Fickle Frog, right? Fickle Frog's grinding a shit ton. He doesn't stream. He doesn't create content. you know, he's just investing a ton of time for the sake of being good. But, like, he doesn't really get anything out of it, right? Like, a lot of my teammates are in kind of that situation where they don't actually get that much. You were in my position as a top player in a tiny-ass MOBA with 10k active people, 0 prize pool, really weak viewership. The one thing Deadlock does have is the viewership is actually not bad. For the player base, you would expect the Deadlock viewership to be worse for the player base that we have, but actually the viewership is not bad, because I think people really, really like the game.
And also the Kelvin, you can work the Kelvin into being somewhat of a roamer, like pretty nicely too.
Is Fickle the funny one, or you could say that?
Is pretty.
Fickle Frog displays to make insane noises in top lobby. Wish that's true, actually.
Because I'm just trying to think, how is that roam going to operate? Because you can't just rely.
You think
on,
the release game is going to have a map pool? Or is it better with a simpler map that changes over time with large updates? I don't think it's going to have a map pool unless it's going to have like custom game support probably, and then maybe you can play different maps in custom games. But I don't think it's going to have a map pool.
I feel like we've seen that quite a bit.
There's also the zero discoverability right now for Deadlock the game. That's true, yes.
But he didn't have any success in the early game. Like,
what type of update are you hoping for next?
Obviously, I think him and Nicholas were able to do
let me think.
exceptionally well.
I think there's a lot of items in Deadlock that need to be addressed.
But it's highly dependent though.
So maybe a rework of that, or okay. So one of my problems with Deadlock is I feel like there's been a lot of power creep. So I'd like actually a lot of things to be nerfed. I'd like a base nerf of almost everything in the game, to be honest. I don't know if they're gonna do that, but I would like a base nerf of everything in the game. Just like literally nerf everything. Like nerf all of the heroes' base damage on their spells. Like nerf nerf a lot of the items. Like nerf all the items. Nerf all that shit. Make it so that there's less souls in the game, because I feel like right now you just like get hate crimes.
I think for a lot of these sort of big engagements, they're bound to get.
You just get insta killed by a bunch of shit.
Very good at like
I wonder how many people watch Fight Night that don't even have Deadlock. Great question. Has Ido abandoned Pocket as off late? Pocket's just like not that insane of a hero right now. I mean, he's decent given the right situation.
This is an alternative.
But yeah, Ido doesn't play a lot of Pocket.
Again, another Mystic Reverb carrier, we'll call it, giving you some staying.
Deadlock is amazing, but it's one of those games where it needs to be your main game, and in this alpha state, people aren't necessarily willing to give up on their other games just to focus on Deadlock every day. That's 100% correct. Yes, I agree with that.
I think you could go a little bit gun heavy with Geist. I think it was Michaelis.
You think buying the 6k item you have to build into it by buying lower items? That could be an idea. That could be fun. Did he play already? Yes, I did. We lost, unfortunately. Are you enjoying the new map compared to the old 4 lanes? Yes.
Heavy from last game. I didn't actually see the full build that he went with for Gibbs.
It was there was actually rapid fire picked up, or the Bebop. Okay, I thought there was some gum items at least.
Oh, no, so yeah, Yams had it, but Gibbs he definitely went spirit heavy. Taking a look at the last game.
Yeah, very much so actually. Which is
you dislike this new update? Only watch now. What do you dislike about the new update?
Gibbs was getting caught out a couple times and burst down like a little quicker than I would have expected.
What's up, Sheer?
After the cube had sort of run out of duration.
Thoughts on this draft?
That maybe explains it. Gibbs definitely invested pretty heavily in their damage, and again, it's kind of like 7 in some ways. Like you don't always see the damage.
Wraith unpicked is very interesting.
Fights, but the goo ball burst is no joke, man. That is very scary.
I prefer melee creeps draft here. I think in theory Yamato gets kind of melted.
I feel like
Kelvin is a little problematic though. If they play very well around the Kelvin, it could be an issue.
I feel like with melee creeps,
it doesn't look like that good of a Lash game. It doesn't look like that good of a Lash game, so it depends how you play it as Lash. It could be an issue. But a lot of it will depend on execution. I do like the melee creeps heroes that they have against Yamato.
I feel like
they have a ton of shred.
A distraction for Yamato
but I guess we'll see.
To do the bruiser thing, but not have too much attention on the Yamato. There's a lot of good pick-off potential. I think Geist is going to be able to be very versatile, holding down lanes.
Soul Orbs are terrible. It feels like they're way too much jungle. You're not a MOBA gamer. This game was the exception for you. Okay, interesting. I agree with you on the Soul Orbs. I sort of agree on the jungle. I don't think there's too much. I just think the jungle gives a little bit too much. But I agree with you on the Soul Orbs. It's terrible. Who wins game?
I think that roaming battle is going to be really interesting.
Or
I kind of feel like that's going to dictate a lot. We've seen how much that first
5 minutes go
compound for the team that is taking the is more actively roaming at the start.
We're going to bring Dan back in.
Did you get rid of all the? I didn't get rid of anything. I don't think.
Sort of check in on the macro side
of things. It's like 336-24082.
336-24082. It's definitely something that we want to stay.
Any drafts look so weird from an EU perspective. Yeah, it's very interesting because EU drafts look so weird from NA perspective, right? And I fully understand the different, like, It's just, at the end of the day, drafts build up from like a base understanding of the heroes and then what happens in scrims, right? So like, it's just that probably NA teams and EU teams have just experimented with different things and they've come to different conclusions based on the scrim footage, right? It's actually very interesting. Like, I don't necessarily think a lot of the time, I think NA has some things that EU like is missing on, and I think EU has some things NA is missing on, right? I think there's definitely parts of the puzzle on both sides. But I know people from NA really like to say like, oh, what the fuck is this EU draft? And people from EU really like to say like, what the hell is this NA draft? But the reality is that there's probably things that both regions are getting right, and like just don't see because they haven't like experimented that. And like, a lot of the drafting is also like a bit of a mind game against your opponent as well, and like knowing what they like preference. Pop just lost his entire health pool there. Every region can get good ideas from other regions. 100% agree. I always pay close attention to EU drafts and keep an open mind because I'm like, why are they prioritizing the heroes? One thing that EU and NA both agree on is that Sinclair is way too OP and you cannot let that character through the draft. That is one thing NA and EU agree on. Sinclair is way too OP. Doesn't such depth of draft variety imply incredible game depth? Yes. 100%. So Geist is pretty decent against the Lash because, you know, he slams into you, you just kind of suck him, right? And you just kind of heal back a lot of the damage that he dealt to you. And so you kind of just stand your ground. I mean, this is kind of a terrorist lane. Like, Geist... Great talent is so strong. Suck him? Yeah, you just suck him real quick. You just use your life train. You just go boom, boom, boom. You hit him with the Hawk Tua. Is he gonna buy Infuser here? Oh, extra stam, really? That's very surprising to me. Fishcake itemizes in a very unique way. Like, I don't see a lot of players that itemize like Fishcake does. Oh, they just got denied a bunch though. If you don't destroy tower early and dominate lane as Sinclair, it's not worth to pick ban him first. I kind of agree with your statement. I think that Sinclair can like kind of fall over a little bit in the mid game, but he's still a hero that has like an AoE hex and like also just like steals a bit like ultimates. So I feel like he's also a hero with a very high skill ceiling. So as people get better as him, I think what's going to happen with Sinclair... Oh, can you... Yeah, I'll close the box, sorry. I think what's going to happen with Sinclair is he's going to get nerfed. People are going to stop first banning him. People are going to get better at him. And then he's going to become a first pick, first ban again. Because people are going to have improved at him. Yeah, I mean, they're just kind of getting owned in this mid lane. Your nose red? Yeah, I know. My nose is very irritated today. It's unfortunate. I don't know why it's so red, but it is what it is. My bad, guys. AoE Hex falls off late game when people get a lot of move speed and debuff removers. That part is true for sure, yes. That part is true. That's why I thought you were sick. No, I'm not sick. My nose is just very irritated. But it's all good. Option to steal any ult is really good. Yeah, for sure. And having the ults on 50% cooldown too. That's kind of crazy. I mean, this mid lane, they're actually like, they're not really winning that much in money, right? If you look at Poshi's actually like kind of winning in money by quite a bit, actually. Like, I think they got a decent amount of denies. But they are winning in tower pressure. I feel like first picking caps like Paradox is more important, or damage, or Vindicta, for example. Yeah, I agree. So one of the theories that we have in NA too is I'm thinking of how much I should say. I guess I shouldn't really say too much, because like obviously some of the stuff is like tough that we talk about as a team. One thing I will say is that I agree that like generally like securing your damage or your pick early is good. Any reason why first pick Kelvin? Well, I think they play really well around the Kelvin. I think it's comfort. It's comfort for sure. Still the beans? Now you have to understand like there's a reason why we draft in between games too. We don't want, there are certain things in draft that we don't want people to realize about the way we like to draft as well. I mean, that's just, you know, the nature of any team. You don't want people to have 100% read on the way you like to draft, so I can't really like reveal everything, but I always try to be as open as possible with you guys. Obviously, the way that we draft also changes drastically every patch, so it's like not a huge deal if it's like if some things are revealed. But yeah, pure content I think plays a ton of Kelvin. It's definitely a comfort pick for them. And Kelvin is a hero that there's no other hero in the game that does what he does, right? Any tips on keeping farm up on Sinclair? Buy cold front, farm camps when you're underweight of things, or boxes, things like that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have any tips other than that. It's all about efficiency and like think about like where you're spending your time. Don't spend time doing nothing, right? If there's nothing to do on the map, then just, you know, go do something, like go farm something, right? Should be okay. Okay, we're swapping the Lash here. Okay, Lash dies. Beautiful bird. Domain, not a great start to the game. This is not what you like to see when you're a Lash. Starting 0-3. This is what I mean, guys, by the way. There's counters to Lash mid. Like, Lash mid this game, it's looked terrible. I mean, it hasn't looked like complete terrible, but you know what I mean? Like, if Boshi's just going in, he doesn't care.
That's gonna help keep your blood on the inside.
You will. Misery comes for you.
Boshi has had basically no impact in this lane. I mean, the biggest impact he's had is he keeps clearing the creep wave and he's getting farmed. Like, he's getting very farmed in this lane. Like, he's been able to farm things between waves and things. Like, he's at 7k. Like, he's up on fish cake and poppers. Oh my god. Wait, fish cake is just 1 HP. Oh my god, he lives. There's no shot.
No sense in throwing.
That's crazy.
I see Lash. Let's take out Quill.
The bow combo of Grandma and guys is good, yeah.
I see. There you are. Okay, targets.
Oh, he's in the air. He does not care.
I have eyes. Like the ivy.
A lot of damage being dealt. Oh, Ivy's flying over. Wait. Oh, Poshi's taking a lot of damage. Every arrow just does 250 damage. Lash is not very tanky. That is true. Lash is not actually that tanky early on, especially. I mean, he is like tanky in the sense that he has a lot of movement. That's what makes him tanky.
Bebop's on the bridge.
Pretty even game though. Pretty even game. Nobody's super ahead, but a lot of their net worth is on Poshi and average right now. Saya goes down. Saya's not been having a lane either. Saya and Lomain are both 0 and 3. I mean, as you can see, B and B are very, very good at laning. Like 10 kills to 2. Like they're just dominating every laning stage they've been in. Against us, they dominated us in lane. The only difference is that against us, we let them snowball. We got dominated a little bit too hard. If you get dominated with like a 6k, 5k lead, you can do it. They had a 10k lead on us. It was just a little bit too much. Old front meta is so cringe. Yeah, I do think that the item definitely needs a nerf. I mean, if you look at their heroes, they just have like insane laners on every hero almost. Pierre's timing mid boxes in chat. Yeah, makes sense. This team really likes the boxes and whatnot. Log maxing with QSR hasn't been the go-to Lash build for a little bit now. Yeah, that's true. What's happening here? Viscous and a bit of an engage. Pocket afflicted him. Doesn't look like they'll be able to clean up the kill though. I mean, Pocket's doing a lot of damage, but I just don't think they can clean this up.
You have a good eye.
Bit of a 2v2 fight on the side lane here. Is the goatee build for Kelvin still support? Yes. Full cheese goes down. I mean, 2 kills to 11 right now. It's not looking good for melee creeps. So they're keeping it competitive souls-wise. They're only down 7k. But if this keeps going, they could definitely get snowballed. Like, they have to get something going. They have to get some objectives, some towers or something. They're going to get mid tower here, which is quite good. But they're going to lose a tower in exchange. So they're not really getting much going. This tower is definitely gone. And then they're going to go back to defend their other tower, make sure they don't get split push. So here's the teleporter, goes back. And Big and Brolic are almost up 10k now. This is looking a little bit like our game. Okay, they're up 7k. Like, yeah, the difference is that like melee creeps is doing a much better job at not letting them just like fly away with the lead, really. But in terms of kills, it's still, you know, 2 to 11.
They've taken our blue guardian.
I mean, okay, so the thing flammable, the NA version, the NA vision about Lash is Lash is like just like a played as like a burst and for his utility, right? So the reason a lot of Lash players, myself included, won't go QSR early is because we'll just play around the ult and the slam early, and that's kind of what we play for. We just play for the burst and we play for the initiation. And we don't really play for like the sustained fights. I do go QSR kind of later, usually when I max my flog eventually. But usually the meta build in NA, or the build that most people do, will be they'll max slam, and then they'll get a couple points in like the 2 and the 3, and then they'll max ult. That's kind of the vision that NA has about Lash. And they just entirely play him as a full burst character. That's what I do. And you just play for the Lash ult. Obviously, this game, Lash ult is kind of terrible. Okay, so this game actually is the type of game in which I would have went Flog Max. You don't see much Lash in scrims? In NA or in EU? Because in EU, I know you guys hate Lash. But in NA, you see a lot of Lash. So this game, I actually would have went Flog Max. The reason I would have went Flog Max this game is because Lash ult is actually really bad this game. Because they have Kelvin, they have Yamato, and they have Bebop. So Kelvin can prevent you from ulting people. Bebop can hook you out of the skies. Yamato can dodge your ult with her ult. Viscous can cube it. So there's a lot of counterplay to the Lash ult here. So I probably would have went Flog Max this game. Full cheese goes down. Wait, Yams goes down. We're getting some counter kills here. Low main is in. Gets swapped, unfortunately. I don't know where low main is going. I think he's just doomed. I mean, this fight looks terrible for melee creeps. We're being honest. Low main is just hiding. He's gonna wait for his leap. Lash seems like a decent hero to me. Yeah, I mean, I think Lash is quite good. I don't think... Okay, so I think, like, the NA and EU vision is, like, so far apart that they both cannot be true at the same time, right? Like, I don't think it's as good as, like, NA has picked it this fight night, right? Like, I don't think it's, like, top 3. But I don't think it's, like, you don't pick the hero ever, either. It's probably, like, you know, it's definitely pickable.
It's a pleasure watching you.
Yeah, so it's broken. I personally don't think Lash is broken, but I know that people give me shit all the time for saying Lash is not broken. And it doesn't matter what opinion you have about Lash right now. It's just controversial. Oh, that's so sad. You play Burst Lash and you still max Vlog first. It just depends how you play it. Lash should be good with the amount of vertical gameplay. Yeah, that was my biggest point about why Lash is so much better this patch, is because the map is so much better for him. The map is so much better for him. And the team fights, the way that team fights play out is also so much better. Defending walkers is so much easier, and Lash excels at defending walkers with his ult. Like, yeah, I think he's quite good. You just realized Lash has sausages on his belt? Yeah, bro, he's got to eat. Bethy, with the amount of abilities that can negate Lash, wouldn't picking your M1 carrier and generic things like Mirage be safer? Yes, I 100% agree. I don't think that picking Lash this early is good. And like in this game, we were kind of seeing why. Like if your Lash has a shit game, the hero is actually not good. What heroes should you avoid picking right now? I don't think there's any heroes you should avoid picking. I think every hero is pickable, to be honest. I think it depends on the comp. Guinness? Oh yeah, never mind. Guinness sucks. Yeah, I actually forgot about McGinnis. Yeah, Guinness is terrible. I don't think we've ever considered picking McGinnis. How's your brawling Lash meant to be played? It's meant to be played as like in and out of fights, constantly using Flog to heal back up, and just brawling. Like you just brawl. That's what you do. Okay, big grab. Viscous goes down. Huge pick from the side of melee creeps. They're looking to go more on the Yamato. Yamato has ult though. She can buy a lot of time. I think she's gonna ult in the teleporter. Oh, she didn't even need to. She just pieces out. They're chasing, but I mean, she's gonna be fine. She's gonna zip out. Yeah, McGinnis on new map is actually pretty dog. Pretty terrible. Is Brawler Lash or Slime Ult Lash better? It really depends. I personally think, okay, so in pubs, let me think. So in pubs, I think probably Brawling Lash, if you really want to hard carry a game, is going to be better. I think in organized play, I like to play Slam/Ult. I think Majestic Leap is fine. I think it's a matter of preference. I prefer buying Superior Stamina, but Majestic Leap is a fine purchase too. I just like using Superior Stamina more. I mean, you can buy both. He's probably going to buy Superior Stamina next, realistically. I think he buys both. I don't usually buy both. I think he does. I think it's a little bit too much money invested when you buy both, but I can totally see the vision. What do I think about the Spell Slinger applying double amp right now? I mean, it's a bug. It's going to get fixed. Item's probably actually good because of it, but yeah. What's your opinion on Lumi? Sorry, I already read that. You could have just gotten Alkfire. Yeah, if you get Alkfire, you do a lot more damage. You get Alkfire, you get Warp Zone. You get Improved Spirit, and you do a lot more damage. This game, he really needs Unstoppable, in my opinion. Well, actually, I don't know about really needs. This game, I just wouldn't go max ult just because it's just not as good. They're doing mid-boss here, and only low main is there. I mean, I don't know about this ult. This ult seems like completely psycho. Like, what's the point? I guess you're trying to just force ults out of them. The only thing I can think of is you're trying to force ults out of them by scaring them. But, like, you're showing on the other side of the map. They know you're not there. I mean, obviously, he doesn't die for it, so it's, like, a risk-free. But it's like, now you don't have ult. Let's say that now they push, like, a walker. You don't have Lash ult to fight it. Melee Creeps is trying to force on this walker. I don't love this. Because I think that if Melee Creeps dies here, they're going to lose so much on the map. I'm not sure. They don't even... Do they get the walker? Yeah, so Mirage ends up cleaning it up. Mirage is definitely dead here. Where is he? Yeah, he's dead. There's a fight around mid-walker. Yamato still has ult. Yamato's just keeping ult the entire time. Not getting forced. Chilling, fight in the subway. Yamato's probably going to have to ult here. Or just die, I mean, he's just living on the brink of death. Oh, wait, here we go. Oh my god. Wait, Ido's actually, like, living, like, he's fucking playing with fire. But he actually lived. That was insane. Okay, now he's dead. Now he's dead. Well, low main gets casting buff. That's big. I mean, this is overall quite bad for melee creeps, though. Like, they're going to lose Urn here. They're losing, like, a lot of objectives. They lost the walker. It's very likely that they'll also lose the middle walker after this turn. Although, wait, fish cake goes down. You don't have the green slots for both. I mean, you'll always buy extra stam on Lash. Extra stam is non-negotiable in my opinion. You always need this item on Lash. And so, oh, he's alive. Should be good. I mean, I think Big and Broly here should still be able to get the mid-walker, but they don't really want to force it because you're playing into Lash ult and shit. Although if you play together in Dome, it should be fine, but there's a lot of farm to be had on the map, so they're probably just gonna... Ido's just gonna play Money Lock, so that's gonna be boring, so who should we watch? We'll watch Gibbs because he's kind of in enemy territory. He's playing around the vault. He's just gonna peace out. You ever buy Rapid Recharge on Lash? Yes, yes. I agree with you, Flammable. I think that the stamina is insane, especially it's even more insane on the new map where you have less zips and shit. I agree.
The rejuvenator has expired.
My cat is just meowing at me. Hoping up for game 3. What do you think of Shadow Weave on Lash? No, it's terrible.
I'm going to punch them.
Shadow Weave on Lash is terrible because here's the thing. Ambush, slams, and ults they can't dodge is just not a thing. Because your abilities, well, first of all, your abilities have sound cues, all of them, right? So it's not like they're not going to see you. If it didn't take you out of Shadow Weave when you use an ability, then that would be good. But since it takes you out of a Shadow Weave the moment you use an ability, it's terrible because the moment you ult, they're still going to hear the same sound cue that they would hear anyway. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Devil Dog, most of the time, I just don't buy an armor early on Lash. Like, with Cold Front, you have, like, a bunch of Spirit Armor, right? And you already have Spirit Armor because you're Lash. Wait, what's happening? Who's winning this team fight? 7 ulting? 7's dead? Big Bird? Okay, what else do we got here? Ivy's... Wait, Ivy's just like a no man's land here, I feel. Ivy's just dead, I think. Yeah, should be dead. And they're going to try to force on this mid-walker. This is a little bit risky because Lash is up in 2 seconds with ult. So if they can delay for the Lash ult, this could be huge for melee creeps here. Let's go to the low main POV. He's speeding in. He's got speed boost. He's looking for the Lash ult. He's looking for the movie. It's a reverse movie. It's a trailer. They have E-shift. They bought the item to counter Lash. And now they get the walker. Oh, what happened to that Majestic Leap? That's out of nowhere. Oh, this looks so bad for melee creeps. They're now down 20k. I mean, I think Big and Brolik is about to close this one out. This is looking like quite a dominant performance from Big and Brolik. Wait, what is... Wait, oh my god. I was about to say fish cake. Hello? What are you doing? Oh my... Wait, he's healing Ido. He's healing Ido. Everybody, he's actually healing him with life drain. Let's go. How did the team with 7 lose twice? I mean, 7 has counters, right? 7 can be outplayed. It's not because you have 7 and then it's an insta win. In pubs, that's true, yes. But in competitive play, that's not true. I mean, I don't see how melee creeps wins this. I'm gonna be real. They're down 30k now. Their only hope is a Lash ult, but they can just groove around the dome and Lash ult can never get anything. They just back up here. They just farm the entire map, pick up the urn. Next fight is gonna happen at urn probably. But I mean, I guess Melee Creeps has all of their ultimates, so this is gonna be their last hurrah. If they fight for this turn and they lose that fight, they lose the game. 7 is insane now. Yeah, 7's very good, especially in pubs. Neutral Geist ability upgrades. Yeah, he went max bomb, max 3. They didn't go drain Geist, which is what you would see in EU. Hello, Stella. Ido has 11k on spend. It's GG. Wait, that's true. He's got infinite money. He's just buying refresher. What is he gonna buy next? Like fucking, yo, buy improved burst. You've got 5k and a flex slot. Hello. He's gonna save up for another 6k. He wants to save up for reverb, I guess. Actually, maybe that's fine. Maybe he just saves up for reverb. I guess it's fine. He can save up for reverb, maybe. Can you put multiple sucks on one target? No, you cannot. He just needs a little bit of money. He just needs a little bit of money. Just one box. Anything. Reverb with no burst does little damage, no? Wait, it still does a lot of damage. Reverb is still a bigger damage increase than burst.
You have fun stabbing, folks.
Because the thing is, look how much damage you're doing. You're doing 600 damage with your full charge, right? And that's like, given that that's without like your soul shredder applied and shit. So reverb gives you 50% more damage. You can think about it this way. Reverb is just a 50% damage increase on your ability. Because every time you use it, it does 50% more damage again. Reverb also way better stats. That is true. The stats are very good on reverb. Okay, they're just gonna go mid boss here. I mean, I think it's good. They have, you know, they have abilities to secure it. Pocket goes for an affliction. I mean, don't really think that matters. Actually, it does matter. Wait, it does matter. They need the dome to heal, I think. They're so hurt. Wait, they're so hurt. My cat is attacking me. Stop that, Stella. Thank you. Okay, the 7 ult inside the dome. I mean, 7's just gonna die. He's dead. And that should be GG. That should be lights out. Yep. Looking like a wipe. And I think they're just gonna... Wait, they still have Lash, but they're still just gonna try to end the game. I mean, it makes sense, I think. Oh, wait, here comes the Lash. Yeah, I think it's probably GG. They already called GG well played. GG. 2-0 for Big and Brolik. Dominant performance for sure. Applying pressure throughout the whole game. Playing the game better than every other team in NA for sure. That was a good performance from them. You know, you can't say anything but GG. Yam stick at home. Check Yam stats. So there it is. Look at Yams. He's owning on the Bebop. Look at him go. Bebop getting a lot of value. Once again, they win their lanes. I mean, low main only did 1900 damage in lane. It was not a movie. Yams just did infinite damage. And here in this lane, I mean, you know. Well, overall, a lot of heroes on the side of melee creeps were not able to do much. Check the league items on Reddit. Nah, I'm good for now. I'll check them later. I mean, I've already seen them. Drafting issue, much likely. I don't really think this is drafting. I mean, I do think that the draft on the right side is Thanos. But I think that the way that the lanes were played and the way the lanes went about is really like the reason. I think today the biggest reason for Big and Brolik dominance is their laning stage execution is very good. They play the laning stage very well, and they are able to snowball. Of course, the laning stage was not the only reason. They played the mid game fights quite well. But you have to understand, every game they start with the lead, right? In fact, Melee Crips is even able to bring that lead back for a little bit at some point, right? But they always start with the lead. Game flipped at mid boss? Yes, that's true. Prediction results? Yeah, let me pay out. Big and Brolik, boom. Is win that. Love both these teams. Love that Titan. It was more than just hydration every night. Yeah, I think the era of NA, it's a new NA era.
You're getting for the team is a lot more consistent as people have learned.
It's a new NA era for sure.
Bebop more and more, because that's the thing with the hooks is like it is always going to be like a high value skill, kind of like
they had Lash and 7 in mid lane. I mean, Lash is good in mid lane. 7, yeah, I agree. It's a little weird, but it's it's not crazy.
It takes a lot of practice, so it's really cool to see teams actually finally
like putting still alive.
Use. And
a little bit of variety.
Out as we were kind of thinking, this lineup was very cohesive with Ido sort of like the star, in that lineup. On the Yamato, has a lot of distraction around him, a lot of tankiness, a lot of utility to set him up, to heal him, to make sure that he can kind of do what he needs to do in the big team fights when they come.
Hey Deathy, and that Sinclair build in your recent video, how do I approach fights? Was doing way more gun before and just focusing on Bunny. The build is less gun focused. Yeah, it's more like you approach fights depending on the ultimate that you steal, and also you like punch people when they're bunnied.
Coming in as like the new player for the team, I feel like the entire night he's had great performances.
I'm feeling Brolik. Let's go.
His Yamato, I think, was still.
I'm not convinced Lash is good in pro play. Lash did really well in some of the other games. When Big and Brolik played it, it did really well. When I've played it to great success many times. Low main did really well with it in game 1 too. So like, yeah. Are there any other players that stream their Deadlock Fight Night matches with the comms other than Deathy? No, there are none. It is literally just me. Well, and my teammates.
Yeah, I mean, I get less so. I mean, look, less so maybe this game compared to others.
Not the best message for children. True.
Up on what Poppers is able to provide there. There's a reason, right, where that's rather that
those leaked items are broken. I mean, they're gonna get changed.
Popular or definitely valued more in NA.
Deathy Watch Party, Bass Watch Party. Let's go.
For the interview and get an idea of like how this scene is shaping up, because we're seeing now there's levels to this. We've got some depth here in NA. Let's talk about our player of the match though. Presented by Intel. Pretty hard to put it against anybody, but this guy on your screen, it is going to be Idorian, finishing the series, of course, on a Yamato.
Idorian, there he is.
9 and 4, 13 assists, topping the lobby in player damage, and of course, healing on a Kelvin team. Oh, that was in the first game, actually. Okay, but still, crazy.
You guys are doing the right thing. The exposure is worth way more than saving your comms for Fight Night. I personally agree, of course. Everybody's got their own opinion on it.
You must allow me to win the politeness battle. If you may, as you may, as we were.
I think the first match in this series was very difficult for Ido because he kind of had to play from behind at some points. He was kind of like equal in souls, if not a little bit behind from his team. But like when it came to
that's so funny that Brolik Abrams in the fancy transitions true.
Players, and he had such a mind to navigate in that first series as the Abrams because there's so much CC to deal with him. He was able to kind of like navigate his way through and still find massive impact. And of course, when it came to Yamato, we know what kind of impact this man can put out here, as he was really the focal and talking point in the second match of the series.
Yeah, I think one thing that's really cool with Ido too is that for a long time, the heavy association was Pocket for Ido, and when you saw Ido get to play Pocket, it was kind of wild. But like a lot of teams would just ban the Pocket, and so the one-dimensional nature of it was kind of anticlimactic.
I feel like comms are not really that bad to league. Draft talk is for sure, but in-game comms, yeah, I agree that it's not really bad to league comms, to be honest. There's really not that much to take from comms other than what we value or the types of rotations. NA seems like a stronger scene overall the last couple of weeks. Yeah, 100%.
Looks like he's a lot more.
I think NA in the last like month and a half, 2 months.
It's actually
pretty much after, I would say after Christmas, I think NA has gotten a lot stronger as a region.
And he's a great player.
What was the last match code? I believe this.
That is, where you could say, okay, there's like a team that Ido fits.
You guys have a Yamato player? Yes, we do.
That's what Big and Brolic has turned into. And it's funny, because AVG last week on the interview when they won, it's such an effort to like topple Hydra Nation, and he wins. He's like, oh, you guys are like, you got to get Big and Brolic in here. They're like, awesome. It's like we get him in, and then they're the ones to beat him. It's like,
yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like for us, I mean, if you're just looking at defense, they came out of nowhere. Obviously, the reality of that, I'm sure, is quite different, but we're going to peel back the curtain a little bit more on what he's been cooking in the...
I think you're going to queue pubs and sleep. I'm probably going to end stream after this interview. I don't think I'm going to queue pubs.
Congratulations, bro. Well done.
Thank you. What is up?
Okay, Idol, let's go.
You guys treated us to an absolute smorgasbord there, mate.
Once that boy gets involved in combat, he's going to the next level. Trust, alright, I believe it. TF2 needs to value earn a little bit more. I know you guys have been working on it, but it seems to have fallen out of sight for a bit. I disagree. We value it. The problem is not how much we value it, but how fast we are to respond to it.
Said you've got to get these big and brolic guys in here. They're the real deal. So
is Lash more supportive in pro play, or is he damage? He's more like damage slash burst, but utility. He's like a mix. But definitely does damage. He does a bit of damage. Yeah.
Completely different.
Listen, man, I definitely feel like the biggest reason is it's not all on me anymore, man. I feel like all of my teammates are literally fucking so good at this game. I'm not gonna lie, I trolled game 1. The Gubami did not work out as well as I thought it would, but it didn't matter. I had all these fucking amazing teammates on my back. I mean, not on my back, just like surrounding me, you know what I'm saying?
On his back,
Shout out to
bro.
Fishcake, he put on a fucking banger performance on Lash that they had to first pick it. Like, we're first picking Lash, what are we doing? You know, it's like, it's crazy that has to come to that, you know? Shout out Gibbs, Pure Content. I mean, all of them have just been like super passionate. We've been grinding so hard. I see these guys have like 100+ hours a week. I don't even know how that's possible. These guys are literally what make it, man. Like, we always have positive mental whenever we take a loss. Everything about it is just the vibes are good. I fucking love it, bro. It's great. He
loves it. He's found his team. I'm happy for him. That's awesome. Ido sounds really happy. I love that.
Poppers, our new guy. Sorry.
You hit your F-bomb quota for the night now. Okay, just to let you know.
My bad. I'm high. Okay. All right, my bad. Frick. Okay, there.
Come on.
I want to know what is your favorite thing about? I want you to go sequentially for your teammates. Like, tell me your favorite thing about each of your teammates.
Each of my teammates?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
First, you want me to start off? So Pure Content, this guy has some of the craziest outwards passion I've seen. Like, he's just a grinder. We're theory crafting every night. It's insane. It's like he's working it, man. He's even like doing the work that a manager would while also being one of the best supports in the game. You know what I'm saying? It's a really good performance by him. Fishcake, this guy like silent but deadly. You know what I'm saying? This guy is crazy. He doesn't speak a word.
You know what I'm saying?
Doesn't matter. Somehow 5-man Lash ultimate. All right, it's all good. I'll take it, man. Good shit. I mean, have we seen Gibbs, by the way? This guy is literally like, we're first picking Viscous for a reason. He's a bit of a problem, I'm gonna be honest. There's nobody else that really matches up to his Viscous. Very good there. But obviously, there's more characters that we're good at we didn't have to bring out. What else? Poppers. Poppers is a new addition to our roster. He fills in that gap that we needed, which I love, by the way, man. We were lacking that like M1 Geist / GT player. Yams is just, I mean, this guy's game knowledge is out of this world, man. I'm sorry, he's literally like, he's kind of putting me on the back when it comes to like IGLing. He's kind of carrying, I can't even lie, he's doing real good. Sorry, I'm gassed.
Ido, take a breath. It's cool. We got time. And I'm gonna make you talk about that first game, by the way.
Ido's little.
The ending.
He's ecstatic. I mean, I get it.
Ridiculous. Can you kind of like walk us
that's
through
awesome.
Who made the decision to go for that, and what was going on in comms when you guys were all ziplining down that right-hand lane?
Yours truly. I was like, I saw it. I'm just saying. Like, we had the confirmations, you know, come out, but like everything just like went black and white around me. I was like, holy fuck. Blue.
Did Yams win? Because if he did, he got lucky. Yeah, Yams won. You can tell him he got lucky, bro.
Freaking. Dude,
you better sound the same when I win.
Man, I'm sorry.
When I win, I'm gonna be passionate, but I'm PR trained, you know.
Everyone followed right behind me. Big blue Brawlic man leading the charge, going in for the finish. They couldn't do anything about it. It was a depressing. It was very sad to see how that came out for Melee Coops, but I'm so glad that's how we went out. It was cinema as heck, man.
So let me ask you, in that situation,
it was cinema.
Did you decide to make that call because you felt like you were gonna, like, you could not fight Melee Creeps if they attacked your base, having Yams and Pure Content down, or like what was the reason you were like, okay, let's just send it?
Well, the thing is, we decided to take fights like that because of the lane state. And for example, if they ever try and siege us, we can just full threaten them, and threaten we did. Like, the thing is, we can literally backdoor whenever we wanted as long as our wave is shoved. So they have to go answer that first, which means if they go answer the wave, then someone has to be out of the fight, and then we can, you know, take an even fight, and then our timers will come back up. Or, you know, if they go mid boss, they can't even manage any waves, which is like, you know, probably the worst play they could have done. But they put I'm not gonna lie, they were diffing us early game, but like, they're a good team, man. They were diffing us mid game, but we came back strong. We had a couple comebacks. We were definitely like like yeah, we were coming back.
I'm excited for the future of NA because I feel like we can beat both melee creeps and big and Brolic. Like I think it's possible.
40K.
I'm looking at them and I'm like, I'm seeing clear weaknesses. Like I don't think they're unbeatable, so I'm really excited.
One more question.
I want to grind. I want to scrim them. You know,
like Mitch said before,
both of
AVG was very adamant on talking you guys up, and I know you guys went through some hardships as a team where some teams wouldn't want to scrim against you. Melee creeps seem to be that rock that you guys could always depend on to get games, and I just want to give you a chance to say some words about them as like a team. And obviously with the GGs they gave you at the very end, it seemed like you guys have a very friendly demeanor between each other and respect for each other.
Yes. So I really like melee creeps because they're super passionate about the game just as we are, and they're really good players. And yes, they they even while we were getting blacklisted, the whole situation, they were still like the only team that was even getting us a scrim, which was kind of sad, but like it was still good practice, and I was very happy that they were able to do that for us. Eventually we did come to an understanding that like, wait, these guys are doing everything they possibly can just to play with us. We should give back. We should take out what the person we have to take out, and then
I forgot about the boomers.
Have a good roster and a good game. You know what I'm saying? And I really appreciate melee creeps for sticking out for us the whole time.
Hey, all good though.
Average
Hey, all good.
I
forgot about the boomers.
And is an amazing guy. Whenever I talk
all
to
good
him,
though.
and we set up scrims. So shout out melee creeps for sure. I'm so excited for the future of this game because of that. Appreciate it.
I mean, we're stoked too. We're also stoked for the future of you guys. Ido, so thanks so much for joining us, man. Go and celebrating, of course, as our week number 16 champions, man. It's a well-deserved win. Thanks for putting on a show for us tonight.
Thank you, and take care, you guys as well. Good job casting. Jason,
all right.
You doubted my Gubami. I hate you for that. We're gonna talk later.
Yeah, can you quickly say before you go? Can you say Jason Kaplan is my least favorite caster?
Oh come on.
Oh, Jason Kaplan is my least favorite caster. Boom. There it is.
You're not getting my prime sub this month.
Thanks, Ido. Take care, buddy. Appreciate your time.
Peace out.
All right, folks, there you have it. And I had to listen, man. To be fair.
Okay, who do I raid? I don't want to stream. I want to end the stream because I want to go chill and vibe. Who to raid?
Dude, realistically, should I even keep streaming, or should I just go host one of their streams? I feel like I should go.
Everyone wants to host another. This is a problem. No, this is a problem. Uh oh. No, Ido's gonna end. Ido said do not raid me. He literally said do not raid me. Okay, I'm gonna raid Ghost. Okay, guys. GG, sorry for the bad performance today. We'll be back stronger, okay? Thanks for the support as always, guys. And